With the top 2 pick in a stacked draft class that produced 4 future Hall of Famers in the top 5, how could they fuck this up? They had 3 other options that would have resulted in a huge hit for them in this draft, but they picked up Darko Milicic bum ass.
Hood on my back was busting 2 folds like Kobe Bryant. Sometimes I think like, what's the likelihood of Kobe dying? Guess you mad cause I been having telling hoes I was a runner. If I was the richest runner in Georgia on my mama.
Yo, what's good with y'all? I'm WillSoTrill and I'm here for another video. In this video, we gonna be looking at some of the worst draft decisions in the history of the NBA. Draft night can make or break teams, and sometimes teams will fuck it up big time. Let's go ahead and get straight into it, man.
With the first pick in the 2006 NBA Draft, the Toronto Raptors select Andrea Bargnani.
Now this one right here is a 2-for-1 special cause 2 teams managed to fuck this one up. The Raptors had the first overall pick in this draft and they wanted to get a power forward, so they drafted Andrea Bargnani. The second pick by Chicago also just so happened to be a power forward, and they hit big time with Lamarcus Aldridge. But remember when I said 2 teams fucked it up? Chicago traded Aldridge for Tyrus Thomas, who was picked 4th by Portland. So Portland won and Chicago and Toronto lost. Aldridge went on to be an all-star power forward and the other 2 would be average. Bargnani did have a few good years though.
Portland selects Sam Bowie, University of Kentucky.
Just imagine having a chance to draft the greatest basketball player ever, but instead you pick up an average center who dealt with injuries. That is exactly what the Portland Trail Blazers did in 1984. I understand the Blazers just got Clyde Drexler the year before, but that's no excuse to pass up on a shooting guard and small forward combo of Clyde the Glide and Michael Jordan. Clyde only plays shooting guard in his career, but he's 6'7", he can get away with playing some small forward. You really got 2 of the biggest stars of the late 80s and 90s here. This team would have been something, but instead they go with the big man because that was the way of the 80s. Even the GM who drafted Jordan wasn't confident he'd be a star in the league because he wasn't a big man. But if Sam Bowie actually turned out to be a superstar like Hakeem Olajuwon did, this pick wouldn't have been a problem.
With the second pick in the 2009 NBA Draft, the Memphis Grizzlies select Hasheem Thabeet.
I know y'all remember Hasheem Thabeet, the tall ass motherfucker who played in Memphis and OKC. I remember him from 2K13 specifically. I would always dunk on his ass in blacktop. But this dude was definitely a bust. I don't really know what Memphis was thinking, to be honest. They had just picked up Marc Gasol, who had a solid rookie year the year before. But for some reason with the second pick, they took Hasheem Thabeet. And the player drafted after him was of course James Harden. The year before they made a trade for OJ Mayo, who didn't end up reaching his potential. He would peak in his rookie year and he just consistently got worse. But since he played the same position as Harden, I could see why at that time they didn't draft Harden. But looking back now, Harden is so much better than OJ Mayo ever was. Memphis is definitely regretting this pick nowadays. They could have had Conley, Gasol, and Harden all in their prime.
With the 5th pick in the 2009 NBA Draft, the Minnesota Timberwolves select Ricky Rubio. With the 6th pick in the 2009 NBA Draft, the Minnesota Timberwolves select Johnny Flynn from Syracuse University.
The previous mistake was not the only one made in the 2009 NBA Draft. This one was even worse because there was 2 chances to not fuck it up. This shit is so bad that a t-shirt was made out of it. In this draft, the Timberwolves wanted to get a new point guard. Luckily, they had back-to-back picks with the 5th and 6th pick and the perfect opportunity to fill their need at the point guard spot. With both of their picks, they took a point guard. They got Ricky Rubio and Johnny Flynn. But they passed up on the best point guard of the entire draft, Stephen Curry, who would go with the next pick to the Warriors. Imagine having 2 chances to make the right choice on which point guard to draft and you missed on the best one in the draft who just so happens to become an all-time great. What the fuck were they thinking? Johnny Flynn was a complete bust and only lasted 3 seasons in the NBA. At least Rubio was solid for Minnesota, but he isn't half of the player that Stephen Curry is. This shit is going to haunt the Wolves forever.
With the second pick in the 2003 NBA Draft, the Detroit Pistons select Darko Milicic from Serbia and Montenegro.
It is so hard to believe that Detroit found a way to fuck this up. With the top 2 pick in a stacked draft class that produced 4 future Hall of Famers in the top 5, how could they fuck this up? They had 3 other options that would have resulted in a huge hit for them in this draft, but they picked up Darko Milicic bum ass. The next pick was Carmelo Anthony, the next pick was Chris Bosh, and the next pick was Dwyane Wade. 3 future Hall of Famers that they could have drafted, but nah. This wouldn't hurt Detroit that season as they win the championship regardless, but it hurt them in future seasons. Bosh would have been the perfect fit for them here based on what they thought they needed. But shit, even Wade and Melo would have been great picks too. If they make the right choice, they can easily win more than 1 championship in the 2000s, and it can put them in a much better position to succeed in the 2010s. But these motherfuckers gonna pick up Darko Milicic bitch ass. Come on, man. But that's gonna wrap up today's video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and like the video. Also hit that notification bell to never miss an upload. My previous 2 videos will pop up on the screen about now, so if you're interested, go check those out. But that's all for today. I'm out of here.